As far as the chaos we find ourselves in these days, it's difficult to say which side pulled the trigger first. Erusia deployed an automatic intercept system with drones. Osea implemented long-range attacks to bypass them. So Erusia decided to sabotage Osea's communications and navigation technology. Erusia couldn't launch a satellite themselves, but they were still able to hack the software of the Osean transmission and navigation systems. Before Osea even noticed, half of their satellites were hijacked. That's when things got ugly. In an attempt to knock out each other's capabilities, both forces launched fighters loaded with anti-satellite missiles at the same time. Only military satellites were targeted. However, their destruction created a debris field in orbit, which wiped out scores of other satellites, both private and government-owned. What kept the world relatively sane up to that point had been free-flowing data and information. But now, those were gone. All that remained was chaos and confusion. Government and civilian broadcasts and transmissions were cut off. The flow of information had ceased. Forces on both sides of the conflict now found themselves unable to communicate with their superiors. Many of the smaller countries annexed by Erusia and yearning for their independence seized the opportunity and started their own uprisings. As for why some of Osea's military decided to break off from the main force and continue on their own, I have no idea. Perhaps there was some sort of dispute over the chain of command. The continent that had once seen wars that were only fought between Osea and Erusia was now full of numerous conflicts between rival leaders vying for power. Insurgencies were everywhere. I even heard a rumor that a group of Osean convicts had rebelled. Rumors. It never ceased to amaze me that even at a crazy time like this, something as trivial as a rumor could find its way here. Communications from corporate were cut off. Apparently, the entire computer network was down. It was a wise decision to make our drones autonomous with AI instead of being radio-controlled. Wise and forward-thinking. Even with their GPS offline, they can still use their sensors to navigate as long as they're working properly. I'm sure the drones are still working perfectly, following their mission orders to the letter. I wish I could upload Mihai's new data to them. But without a connection, I can't upload the software to the active drones. The new ones we're making, though, there should still be enough time to upgrade those before they're activated. I'll be taking the data I've acquired away from the front lines now. Oh, and I'll be taking the girls, too. I told my assistant Masa it was time to get Mihai's granddaughters ready to leave here. She's not much older than the girls, but she has a way about her, and I'm sure she won't have any trouble with them. I saw a plane flying off in the distance. I imagine it was looking for a safer place. The plane had a rose emblem on it.
Erusia's communication networks have been down since their satellites were destroyed. Unfortunately, we are experiencing trouble too. All of Erusia has been affected, and we don't know when things will be back up and running. We're not even sure if this is Erusia's doing. Still, we will follow the strategy that was originally planned, and move on to the next operation after liberating Farbanti. Let's get to it. Since the war began, we've been receiving communications in secret from an officer in the Erusian army.
With the capital under our control, Erusia's radical element is losing support quickly, affecting the balance of power.
HQ is thinking of using the military officer as a way to gain leverage to settle peace negotiations. The officer is currently hiding in the outskirts of Anchorhead Bay, having joined up with support dispatched from the Osean army. The plan is that they'll take a standard vehicle to a rendezvous point at a harbor in the east part of the city, where a helicopter will be waiting.
I would like the new Strider Squadron to provide escort for the officer. Cyclops will remain at the base on standby to serve as defense.
With the communication network currently down in the capital, I very much doubt Arusea will be able to mount a regimented counterattack. However, it is likely that Arusea's intelligence department and the remaining forces who are aware of the officer's movements will interfere. Keep a close eye on the officer and make sure he stays safe. Our victory in Farbanti has given us a golden opportunity to finally end this war. Be safe out there.
Take note that our satellite-based IFF has become unreliable following the recent communications failure. As such, target ID will be done by processing the images from the infrared cameras on your aircraft. Objects will initially appear as unknown on your HUDs, but will be ID'd once you close in on them for a set period of time.
Strider Squadron, you're cleared to taxi.
To the unidentified Osean craft, this is Captain Carl of the Osean Army. Are you here for the escort? You're not the squadron I was expecting. Are you really friendlies? Over.
This is Longcaster. Airborne warning and control system for the Osean Long-Range Strategic Strike Group. Captain Carl, they're on our side.
And those two pilots we've heard about must be here too.
Okay, I hope you're right. Longcaster, are all of these really unknowns?
ちらり
It's a state of civil war. The Erusian army is fighting itself. There's no guarantee the Oseans won't shoot us in this confusion.
We'll image process the unknowns caught in your cams to identify friend or foe. The process will be faster if you get a close-up, well-centered image.
Meanwhile, just run if they shoot us, right?
Affirmative. Always identify your target before you fire.
It's Erusian! Shoot it down!
Trigger, that one's Osean. Do not attack before target identification is complete.
War is something I'll never get used to, but tonight has been a total shock. The city under martial law. Gunfire and the roar of jets echoing through the streets.
Give me Strider Squadron's IDs. Oh, and hand me that sandwich. Strider 1, AA gun destroyed.
What's wrong with drones? Whether you're a patriot or not, you're just too stubborn to change with the times. I've never served by the names of the experimental squadron. Did you forget?
Entering the Anchorhead Bay area. Buildings will block your line of sight. Make sure to keep track of your objective.
How this war ends depends on this mission. I'm counting on you.
Understood. Strider Squadron, identify the unknowns along the route. Vehicle confirmed destroyed.
True Patriot.
It's Erusian.
They are responding aggressively.
General, if they're conservatives, they'll listen to us. The negotiations were successful, Castor. They've opened up a path for us.
The more the merrier.
You were the ones on the radio. We don't know our location. Give us orders.
We have no orders, but we do have ID data. Check your TAC terminal.
Roger that. We'll look for our way home.
We can't see the tops of the roofs from down here. Be on the lookout for enemy ambushes.
This is a message to all of you fighting out there. Ask yourselves, what is best for our country?
We made it through the Anchorhead Bay area. We're heading along Highway 208 under the bridge. We're taking the coastal highway at the next ramp.
All right.
There's a strict curfew, but people gather at bars and other places to learn what's going on.
You guys are moving around the war, leading our country even further into ruin.
Wait. The General managed to convince them.
Listen, those that protect General Labarge are the real patriots. Onward!
There's a vehicle up ahead. It's gonna ask us to pay a toll. Get closer and find out if it's an enemy vehicle.
We'll go. Let's go. We archived all the footage that we've shot for when the communication networks come back online.
We need to remind everyone that there's no such thing as a clean war.
Signs of the clean warfare at the beginning of this war are now gone.
Locked on. This one's a goner.
It's no good. There's still a car on the road. Just to be safe, we better avoid the highway and head for the warehouse district. Lancaster, we're taking a detour. Don't lose us.
Strider 1, General's route has changed. Keep your eyes on his vehicle. Don't let him out of your sight.
Here comes the traitor, Lombard. This is a wide net they've cast. They really don't want the war to end, do they?
Flashing that vehicle!
Set up in all the right places.
There's a vehicle blocking the road. No response to hails. It's the radicals.
Eliminated.
We have some enemies coming up behind us. They're gaining on us. We changed our route, but the enemy's still on us.
We're the only ones here on our side.
Strider 1, missile launched.
Stall warning. Stall warning.
They're not ruined, right? What point is there in living? That's not you lose the country.
That was too close for comfort.
Fire! Fire! We're on your side, you idiot!
Attack missed.
Turn right. No, wait. That goes into the ocean.
It is not machines that make the decisions in war. It's people. Understand that.
いらっしゃいませ。
We're almost at landfill number 7. If we can make it through, we'll be in arm's reach of the rendezvous at Gruner Park. Captain Carl, do you have the means to record this conversation? I wish to explain to you the situation inside Erusia. I'm sure the boys listening upstairs will record it.
Stall warning.
The open declaration of war, expanding the front lines, was all the work of some young Erusian officers. They were referred to as radicals, but there was an unseen force guiding them. It was technology they borrowed from the Belkans. When they actually went to war, the performance of the attack drones exceeded their wildest dreams. And they were incredibly clean, which got public opinion and the opportunists within the military on their side. They even manipulated the princess. The Belkan technology advanced UAV research within the Erusian flight test center by at least 10 years. They used the flight data from a former ace pilot to create drone AI, but to us it's no different than magic or alchemy. Airplanes are meant to be flown by human beings. For those of you listening in, am I wrong?
We're heading towards Grunder Park. Rendezvous point is the helipad on this man-made island. We'll ditch the car and take the helicopter from there.
What? We're taking fire from our own allies. Is this place under the rebellion too?
Of a military group calling itself the Free Erusians. An unknown is blocking our scheduled route.
No response. Got a pack of people. Thanks. We would have been toast.
An aircraft was scratched. All traitors will be shot down.
Thunderbolt, so be it!
Captain Carl, we have a new rendezvous point. Coordinates are as follows. 263 Tango 4, 1999 Delta Lima. Rescue team says hostiles are making the area too dangerous.
Well, yeah, don't they know nowhere is safe?
Ocean forces have been through this fall has led to an unpowered broadcaster. Erusian military.
It's all gone to hell. Even radio chatters about the Civil War. Radio? You have one in your cockpit? Yeah, ever since my previous squadron. I've got it taped, nicely secure.
We're about to cross Anchor Bridge. There'll be nowhere to hide.
That was something.
You radicals were so busy developing UAVs, you forgot to develop marine pilots. You are a disgrace.
General, we still have drones in our It's too early for peace talks. Please, we're watching for the future report from the high heavens.
An armored vehicle's behind us. Vehicle used by the Erusian forces. Take it out!
Trigger, our VIP is in trouble. Clear the way for him.
Get them before they get us! We've almost reached the container area. Watch out for enemy ambushes.
Understood. System failures caused friendly fire incidents among Ocean forces. Token destroyed. Hostile tanks are keeping the armored formation of Anchor Bay from protecting the VIP. Can you clear them out for us?
No problem. Taking fire from a friendly cruise. My engine's been hit. Where did that come from? I'm surrounded by nothing but friendly. No, the attack was an unintentional mistake.
We're coming up on a tunnel. We'll need to split up until we reach the exit.
Those more Belkan technology were just waves. Taking IFF designations for one was an astonishing feat. They used it to make drones that resembled Ocean fighters. And then to assassinate Harley, put the blame on enemy fighters. But in the end, Belkan technology brought chaos to the world.
I can't believe Russia is responsible for Harley's assassination.
You talking politics? That's new.
You can't ignore a story like that, right, Trigger?
Missile launched.
We're unidentified aircraft to the drones.
Bad news. Hostile armored forces outside of the tunnel. I'm thinking that we should go say hi before they ruin the General's day. Got ice on my wings.
Fire's locked on bandit. Firing.
military.
The General's a real celebrity. Seems everyone wants to meet him.
ID'd as a Russian military.
We're taking heavy fire. Concentrate your fire on the combat vehicle.
How's you at last, Longcaster? Give me free, and we're here to help. Take out Eddie in autonomous mode.
Target destroyed.
We're taking fire. We can't hold off. Prohibited from taking off.
Fox 2. Missile hit.
We were nearly done for. I couldn't have asked for better timing. We've reached the industrial zone. This should be the new rendezvous point. The coordinates are up ahead. Take out any enemies in the surrounding area.
Loco.
Officers from countries annexed by Eurasia have taken multiple groups and declared independence.
Gladly waited. Don't worry, we won't let anybody through after you.
Almost at the rendezvous, with the rear to the others.
Understood.
The radicals truly believe hosting drone productions will make up
ミサイルの6機警告が毎回ミソにしか聞こえない。
but instead they're prolonging the war. That is why proper conservatives like myself are hoping to regain control. If all goes well, we should be able to sign a truce with Osea quickly.
We reached the rendezvous point. There's the chopper, too.
Who do we turn to in this darkest hour? We need a beacon of light to show us the way. This is the Eurasia News Network.
Okay, let's go.
お
Getting
み
out of
そ
here. I've had just about enough of this place. I'd like to offer my thanks to the LRSSG. This should finally bring about a true end to the war.
Understood. Good luck. Multiple unidentified aircraft approaching.
This plane is carrying civilians. We have escort fighters, but we do not intend to engage in combat. Please stand down.
What's going on?
Try to get a little closer. Weapon use is prohibited.
What's going on? Dr. Schroeder!
Whoa. There's a girl on board?
He's not lying about carrying civilians.
No. Unless she's a soldier.
Weapon use is prohibited. We've checked footage. It does seem to be a transport with escorts.
I repeat, this craft is carrying civilians. We are not here to fight.
Trigger, what the hell are you doing?
Ah.ロックしたから撃っちゃった絵文字。
We have escort fighters, but we do not intend to engage in combat. Please stand down.
What's going on?
Try to get a little closer. Weapon use is prohibited.
What's going on? Dr. Schroeder!
Whoa. There's a girl on board?
He's not lying about carrying civilians.
No. Unless she's a soldier.
Weapon use is prohibited. We've checked footage. It does seem to be a transport with escorts. repeat, this craft is carrying civilians. We are not here to fight.
Dr. Schroeder, tell me what's happening.
I'm sure I don't need to remind you, but do not attack the civilian liaison.
That's the aircraft my grandfather told me about. The one with the scratches.
There it is. The EASA liaison plane. They engage in witchcraft with Belkin technology. They're responsible for leading the military down the wrong path.
Wait! Unknown's attacking the girl's plane!
Alma, hold on tight.
Longcaster, permission to engage.
Negative.
What?
It could be Ocean fighters. ID them ASAP.
Shit.
That's all we can do.
ID complete. They're Erusian fighters. What the hell is going on?
Stay sharp. Uh-huh. Right. I'm shooting them down. Any complaints?
Granted.
Wilco.
Wilco.
わら。
Welcome.
Yeah, good work. Strider 1 has killed a bandit.
Careful, those guys are good. I managed to catch a glimpse of 3 strikes.
I've got a sitting duck.
Don't miss. Aim carefully.
Mine. No good. Shit.
Strider 1, Strider. Just how long do you plan on getting in my way? Mark 2.
Don't in my way.
Strider 1, target acquired.
Bandit destroyed. Well done.
Missile away.
Nice kill.
Good work. All hostile aircraft eliminated. The liaison is safe. Wait. The escort fighter is... The drive. They're missing the drive. What the hell? You gotta be kidding me. Liaison escort has a radar lock. They're targeting you guys.
What the hell? We were just helping them.
Erusian aircraft, this is AWACS Longcaster. Do not engage the liaison. Break off now. Can you hear me on this channel, Ocean craft? Those escort aircraft are drones. They are currently being operated autonomously. They are not being controlled by anyone. They are flying on their own volition.
What?
In that case, we have no choice but to shoot the aircraft down. Unfortunately, yes. We did what we could. Weapons free. You are cleared to attack the escort. Welcome. Understood.
Wilco.
Can't afford the MQ-99 launch. My commands are overridden. They must be accessing it remotely. Which unit caused this?
And it splashed.
Hey, it's not our fault they won't listen to reason. Why build something like that? Whoever did is the king of all dumbasses.
To build something else entirely.
Additional hostiles inbound. Great timing.
Son of a bitch.
Our drones headed this way.
The escort must have used its remote activation rights to gain more allies. In gun range.
Enemy on your back. Target locked. Find the enemy.
It's not enough to be really functional. There has to be a time when it should not function. Three bandits to go. Target acquired. Strider 1, missile launched. 2 bandits left. Show them what you got.
Missile. 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 Missile.
1 bandit to go. Punch 2.
Star warning. Star warning.
Strider 1, that's what I like to see. Another story to tell my boy.
Understood. All hostiles have been eliminated. Nice. General's helicopter is flying safely outside Anchorhead Bay. All aircraft, RTB, mission complete.
All hostiles, huh?
General, the Ocean aircraft is here to pick us up.
誤爆やらかしましたね。
Losing his army? Elaborate. They stole our sealed orders. It should be a piece of cake.
Are you sent by the General's staff? No, we can't put it in. No, I can't!
There are 3 scratches.
What does that mean?
The tail of that plane.
Broadcaster.
In order to respond to the attack on the base, Cyclops has scrambled after being on standby. We'll head up too, once our planes are ready. Oh, and Labarth is dead.
What did you say?
Apparently, he was shot down by another Ocean aircraft after he left the area of operations. I mean, I know it was chaos, but still. At any rate, the sealed order operation has come to a close. We have no idea about a plan for going forward.
All we can do for now is watch our own backs.
What's up with the commander?
He's staying in his room. He's still alive, since we can hear him crying.
勲章いただきました。おめでとう。
The island we went to was supposed to have been secured by the ground forces. They hadn't gotten a handle on things by the time we got there, so now we were stuck in the middle of a half-assed campaign. My job was to get the planes ready for combat, making repairs and handing them over to our troop of cons. Thing is, the enemy still had the hangars. The comms were still down, so none of us knew what the hell was going on. The last transmission I heard before everything went to shit was that some prisoners from an Ocean military penal unit rioted and managed to escape. They stole some jets and now they were flying around, taking out their former allies left and right. I wonder if any units like ours were out here, creeping around. Hearing the Ocean jets firing at each other overhead chipped away at morale. Since the radio was out, it was quiet. I liked it better that way. All I heard was the gunfire. Here we were, walking around carrying rifles. We were pilots, damn it. Friendly fire will probably kill us. You know things are desperate when the guards that used to lock us into solitary are now telling us it's better we all stick together. I guess they think our odds of surviving this war are better that way. After walking for miles across the battlefield, we came across the wreckage of a plane. Passenger, not military. I knew that rose. It was an Erusian liaison plane. The guard's dogs smelled something and took off. They led us to a cliff. And the bodies.
Today, I lost everything. When Osea attacked our capital, my father, a man who was never really suited to being the king, was killed. I was to be flown out of the war zone to safety, but the plane was shot down by rebels. The entire crew was killed in the crash. Soldiers appeared and one shot at me. My dog went after him and shot him to pieces. He was my best friend. After all those speeches I gave about working together for peace, I thought everyone felt the same as I did. I'm sure the soldier who shot at me knew I was the Princess of Erusia. He was Erusian too. More soldiers have come. Now, there is no one left to protect me. I am so numb, I cannot move. I watch as one of their dogs approaches. It sniffs mournfully at my dead friend. I wonder if it grieves for him as much as I do. I can barely think. I feel weaker by the minute. I don't know who these soldiers are with, but I managed to take a sip of the water they gave me.
How long have you been here?
Somehow, I muster the courage to answer the woman's question. I tell her I've been there 3 days. They gather around me with grim looks on their faces. What would they do if they knew I was the Erusian princess? After searching the cockpit of the plane, the woman who spoke to me before came back to me.
This is an air-to-ground tactical radio. It still works!
I noticed she walked with a limp. She knelt down next to me and asked her companions to give me some food. And then, very softly, she said,
"You see, I used to listen to your broadcasts, Your Royal Highness." Just what did you see here?
Okay, enough talk. Your opinions have all been taken into consideration. Beyond the seizure of Forbanti, which is important, and supporting the Erusian officer. At this point, I just don't know what our strategy is, or what our mission will be. Radio communication is still patchy for both the military and civilians, so we're getting zip from Mission Command about our orders. Still, with countless Erusian forces in the area, it's too dangerous for us to stay around here waiting for a miracle. Now, regarding Count's suggestion to think about self-defense, I think we should make a break for Tyler Island. It was a large Osean base before the start of the war. Count says his previous squadron took part in an operation to seize control of the island. It has the only base that will get us to the space elevator without refueling. It's also a transport facility for supply ships that provide drones and ammo for arsenal birds. For the Osean forces that are looking to reclaim the space elevator, those are two great reasons in its favor. If everything went according to plan, the base may already be in Allied hands when we get there. Though based on what Count told me about the island operation, it won't be easy to seize control.
If the ground troops have managed to open the bridgehead, the transport route to Osea for supply ships should be available.
So much at stake, I can't imagine Erusia just giving it up without a fight. Things could really have gone bad. Even if there are enemies left, they should be pretty easy to suppress.
I just want to go home, man.
Me too. With that look on your face, Trigger, I know exactly what you want to do.
If Trigger's ready to kick ass, then so am I.
Damn straight. We're with you, Trigger.
It's decided then. Let's get all the aircraft and haul ass to Tyler Island. Although we can avoid the Arsenal Bird's anti-air network, there's still remnants from the Erusian forces. I want to get to the island without getting into any unnecessary combat. Pick a fast craft and fix it how you want.
トリガー君にもちゃんと聞いてあげて。
But remember,
わら。
drag your ass, you'll get left behind.
これ、無人機いっぱい出た気はするんですけど。地上の敵も多かった記憶あるんですよね。武器同士よ。そして全然違ったら笑う。それね。前に無人機出ると思って、対空ミサイルつけてったら。ほぼ地上攻撃だった。わら。これ買えるなぁ。買ってみましょうか。かっこいい。一気にお金溶けていったしょぼーん。
Strider Squadron, sortie ASAP.
This is Tango 2-3, pursued by multiple tanks and APCs. They'll all go down if we don't pull back the landing craft. And what? Abandoned Tango 2-3?
Something's not right.
Tango 2-3, we don't have the firepower to assist you. You're on your own. Please, we need help!
Wagtail is on the Ocean landing ship. What's going on? What did you say?
Multiple bogies inbound. Damn it. Prepare for anti-air combat.
This is the AWACS Longcaster. The aircrafts in your area belong to the LRSSG.
Allied aircraft. A retreating vehicle is taking fire. Requesting assistance.
Roger. ID complete.
We're under attack! Our air support is here.
Unknown successfully identified.
Get your pal. Thank God. Friendly birds.
Update us on Tyler Island.
Couldn't be worse. Our forces are scattered and on the run.
They're on the run?
We were waiting for retreating units here to carry them out to safety.
Shit. These are Oceans.
Missile hit.
Do me a favor, Longcaster. Many of our allies are cut off. We need support and an escape route.
Understood. We'll do what we can. Let's help retreating Ocean forces. Take out any hostiles in their area. Don't engage till targets are ID'd.
The boots on the ground don't need more people shooting at them.
Thanks. It's absolute chaos out there. The Erusians are even starting to fight amongst themselves.
Well, now we know what's going on, but shit.
We don't need to retreat. Just delay their advance. Got it?
We can't even run. The enemy will shoot us in the back.
Strider 1, enemy ship sunk.
There's more over here. The bodies are getting loaded. I don't think we were part of the fight. Look at that. They're all lined up. Can't afford to take any more damage. No, they're not combatants. Some of them aren't even wearing shoes. I can guess what happened here. I really don't want to think about it. Damn those Russian bastards. It's a blatant war crime. Take photos for evidence.
You're a Russian. Jesus, they're firing at each other. Is this the norm around here? It's all crazy people.
We are in the middle of a mission to take back the mass driver. The supply ship at the munitions depot is highly combustible.
Just got the photograph. We'll head back in. Just give us another 30 minutes. The men say they want to get children in proper area.
Missile away.
Ambush, stay calm, reform the ranks. It's fine if we take a little damage. We need to finish this fight now.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Target hit.
Go with us. Can you see the enemy APC from there?
Missile. Missile.
Push him back. Fire! Fire at will! We need more ammo!
Don't pursue too deep. Clear these spies inside. Hold them at bay until Operation Feeding Time. Move them away from the mass driver.
見そう。
Strider 1, target acquired. ID complete.
The enemy's position! Artillery fire to the number on my hearing!
Strider 1, we've identified the unknown targets.
I count 12 dead bodies here. The upper middle class. The spaceport's nearby, so they could be researchers and their families. Most likely, they must all be self-shot.
If you lift your legs and crawl, you can surrender when you lift your hands.
We're moving out! Leave the dead behind! We'll come back to this island one day and send them off properly. Calling friendly birds! Take out the hostiles in our area! Get us out of this hellhole! We need help while we're still up and running!
It's a big base.
Bring the anti-tank missile! Hit that heavy armor at the front line! Don't stop!
Target hit.
3 strikes, count to 3, and the enemy's gone.
Our last vehicle has been destroyed. Let's get out of here.
Let's get moving! Hit the gas and don't let up until we reach the extraction point! I don't want to see anyone, hostile or friendly!
An explosion inside. Continue the countdown. The enemy's not stupid. They're after the supply ship. It's the countdown. There's still one arsenal bird left. If we can fill it full of bombs, then Arisia will have a fighting chance. Use cameras to track the supply ship. Don't fight with your backs to the supply ship. If you take, we're done for.
Our guys even took out the enemy's air support. What do we do now? Send in the tank!
Allied retreat looks good. Wait, multiple bogies from the east.
Their timing tells me they're not here to bring good news.
We need to ID the bogies. Take them down if they're hostile.
Understood.
Bogies inbound. Escort fighters, we're counting on you. Should we fire? Even if we're not fired upon? Of course. Chase out the bogies. There's no way.
Strider Squadron, you're near an armada of bogies. Identify them.
Operation no return. These are unguided. Stay on course. Let's just get this done with.
Stay sharp while you're in there.
Visual.
Like an eagle.
I'm iced up. My plane is heavy.
Missile away.
Identification complete. It's Erusian bombers and their escorts.
Count's prophecy has come true. Take out all bombers. They'll flatten our allies.
Plenty of civilian casualties as well. Precision bombing is impossible in these conditions. Maybe they know they can't. We're gonna drop them all.
Target acquired. Warning, enemy has a bead on you.
Eliminated co-conspirators also have points to answer for. Enemy on your back. This is Graham 7. Attack failed.
The bombers are nearing the island. We're running out of time.
Behind the enemy.
I see scratch. 1, 2, 3. Points to return. Graham 7 locked on target.
I've got a sitting duck here.
Stall warning.
Don't finish the 101. Work together to take them down. We'll defeat the radicals and end the war.
More bombers approaching. Intercept them now. Target acquired.
bypass driver completely. We're signaling our break with Belka.
Strider 3, launching missile. Intercept those bombers.
Launch control, this is flight leader. All systems ready. We are a go for launch.
This is launch control. The enemy is closing. Launch ready. Affirmative. This is our last chance for Operation Feeding Time. Launch control. Roger that. Enemy on my tail.
Missile.
The bombers are about to reach the island. Shoot them down now.
This is Graham 7, evading enemy missiles.
Enemy on your back. ID complete. Only half the bombers remain. We can't let even one get away.
Bombs away! Bombs away! Radicals and Oceans can burn in hell.
Carpet bombing? They can't be serious. How many do they think they'll kill? We've lost contact with the Oceans on the island. You failed.
対空ミサイルのがいいみたいですね、わら。リスタートだと武器変えれない。
Okay, enough talk. Your opinions have all...
あれま、わら。
Strider Squadron, sortie ASAP.
This is Tango 2-3, pursued by multiple tanks and APCs. They'll all go down if we don't pull back the landing craft. It's what? Abandoned Tango 2-3?
Something's not right.
Tango 2-3, we don't have the firepower to assist you. You're on your own. Please, we need help!
Wagtail is on the Ocean landing ship. What's going on? What did you say?
Multiple bogies inbound. Damn it. Prepare for anti-air combat.
This is the AWACS Lancaster. The aircrafts in your area belong to the LRSSG.
Allied aircraft. A retreating vehicle is taking fire. Requesting assistance.
Roger.
Got a positive ID.
Update us on Tyler Island.
Here. Couldn't be worse. Our forces are scattered and on the run.
Come on, target those. They're on the run.
We were waiting for retreating units here to carry them out to safety.
They're under attack!
Do me a favor, Lancaster. Many of our allies are cut off. We need support and an escape route.
Understood. We'll do what we can. Let's help retreating Ocean forces. Take out any hostiles in their area. Don't engage till targets are ID'd.
The boots on the ground don't need more people shooting at them.
Thanks. It's absolute chaos out there. The Erusians are even starting to fight amongst themselves.
Well, now we know what's going on, but shit.
Can't we break the enemy and strike them from behind?
We need more ammo!
Strider 1, Fox 2.
Our that, they're all lined up. No, they are not combatants. Some of them aren't even wearing shoes. I can guess what happened here, but I really don't want to think about it. Damn, those Russian bastards! It's a blatant war crime! Take photos for evidence.
They're Erusian. Jesus, they're firing at each other. Is this the norm around here? It's all crazy people.
If you can trust the mass striper today, our army can turn this thing around. We are in the middle of a mission to take back the mass driver. The supply ship is a munitions depot. It's highly combustible.
I just got the photograph. We'll head back to HQ soon. Just give us another 30 minutes. The men say they want to at least give the children a proper burial.
Strider 1, we've identified the unknown targets.
Go with us. Can you see the enemy APC from there?
Don't pursue too deep. We just need to buy some time. Hold them at bay until operation feeding time. Lure them away from the mass driver.
Strider 1, target acquired.
Get the wounded out of here, hurry! If you let them through, we're as good as dead! You hear us? We're taking fire from multiple enemy tanks!
ID complete.
Enemy on your back.
We can't afford to take any more damage. Get out there and do something! They did it! We're moving out! Leave the dead behind! We'll come back to this island one day and send them off properly.
ご飯行ってきます。
Calling friendly birds! Take out the hostiles in our area! Get us out of this hellhole! We need help while we're still up and running!
All aircraft, search every nook of the island. We're not leaving
いって
anyone
らっしゃ
behind.
い。
I count 12 dead bodies here. They seem to be upper middle class. The spaceport's nearby, so they could be researchers and their families. Most likely, they're involved in Delta. Gather all the wounded together. You see 3 strikes, count the 3, and the enemy's gone.
Our last vehicle's been destroyed. Let's get out of here.
Let's get moving! Hit the gas and don't let up until we reach the extraction point! I don't want to see anyone, hostile or friendly! We're outnumbered. Our guys still got the enemy here. What do you do now? Into the tank!
Allied retreat looks good.
Give me enemy position! God, the artillery fire sent a number on my hearing!
Bandit splashed. It's the Ocean military.
Don't they know they're on the same side?
We'll be firing at each other.
This is AWACS Longcaster. We're uploading the latest ID data. Check your TAC terminal.
Hold your fire! I confirm. The info is from an allied AWAC. Hold your fire! Roger. But what are we supposed to believe? Who should we follow?
You guys got out alive. You have time to figure it out.
Continue the countdown. That's stupid. To the countdown.
There's still one arsenal bird left.
Watch it.
If you can kill a few bombs, then Erusia will have a fighting chance.
Use cameras to track the supply ships.
Don't fight with your backs to the supply ship. If it's hit, we're done for.
Missile.
In the landing crab! Many thanks, Longcaster. We didn't have to leave our boys to die.
Understood.
Missile.
Wait. Multiple bogies from the east.
Their timing tells me they're not here to bring good news.
Missile.
We need to ID the bogies. Take them down if they're hostile.
Understood.
Starfighter Squadron. You're near an armada of bogies. Identify them.
Escort fighters, we're counting on you.
Missile.
Should we fire? Even if we're not fired upon? Of course. Chase out the bogies! There's no way they're ours! Almost there. Commence operation no return! These are unguided. Stay on course. Let's just get this done with.
Visual.
Like an eagle. Identification complete. Diversion bombers and their escorts.
Count's prophecy has come true. Take out all bombers. They'll flatten our allies.
Plenty of civilian casualties as well. Precision bombing is impossible in these conditions. Maybe they know they can't. We're gonna drop them all.
Careful, those guys are coming. If you are reprimed, remember the faces of those who pushed for war.
Target acquired.
Lockdown bandit.
The bombers are nearing the island. We're running out of time.
Missile.
No use. Enemy pilots outclass us.
Missile.
Don't aim. We're doing strategic bombing.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Fox 3.
Missile.
Strider 1. Missile launched.
Missile.
Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you.
Missile. Missile.
Launch control. This is flight leader. All systems ready. Go for launch.
Missile.
This is launch control. The enemy is closing. Confirm launch readiness. Affirmative. This is our last chance for Operation Cleaning Time. Launch control. Launch pad.
More bombers approaching. Intercept them now.
Grand 8 here. I'm in the clouds. No visual on enemy.
Missile. Missile.
Enemy on your back.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Grand 8. Behind my target.
Missile.
Intercept those bombers.
Missile. Missile.
Only half the bombers remain. We can't let even one get away.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Grand 8. Fox 2.
Missile.
Fox 3. All enemy bombers have been destroyed.
We did it.
Missile.
Continue with your mission.
Our bombers are destroyed.
Send them away.
Missile evaded.
The Russian ground forces show no sign of letting up. We're taking heavy damage.
Sailing out.
Missile away.
This whole operation is crazy. Stop whining.
We only need an hour tops. We need the advantage to pin the enemy down.
Didn't think that'd miss.
Target acquired. UAV confirmed destroyed. Missile launched.
Echo 13. 2 tanks left, but they're running on fumes and low on ammo.
Target eliminated.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Hey you, dumbass with the scratches on his tail. You hear me? I need you to help some people. There's a group of refugees surrounded by Russian tanks right here. Needless to say, their future's not looking too bright.
This is a secure military line. Who is this?
Me? You can call me the Scrap Queen.
Lancaster, she's an ally. Trigger and I'd know that voice anywhere.
That voice. So you're still breathing, Sir Count.
Here, let me have a word. Hey, it's been a while. I had a feeling the two of you were still alive. Remember, stick with Trigger and you'll make it.
I have a bit of intel for you. I'll share it if you can help those refugees. Count me in.
That's right.
Echo 13. All hostiles are down.
Understood. This is our last chance. We'll see how far we can go.
We've destroyed all of the targets. All bogies should be ID'd now. Mission complete. Okay, Scrap Queen. Send us the target coordinates.
I was thinking about how I do that.
Don't you have a laser target indicator?
Why would she...
No canister. Who's taking us to the enemy's doorstep? Not me. Wait, you moron! Wait! What are you doing, dumbass? Here! Attack right here!
Lancaster, we've confirmed the location of the flare.
That's them. All aircraft, we just updated your threat matrix via data link. Take out those targets.
Don't miss. We don't want to hit the pretty ladies down there.
Missile.
Hurry!
Missile. 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 Caution.
Strider 1, target destroyed.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Target acquired.
Missile. Missile.
Everyone knows this. No other reason.
Nice job! The enemy tanks are toast. I don't think I could even do anything with that scrap.
Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you. Hostile confirmed destroyed.
Hold up.
Hurry! Get moving!
They're not refugees. They're criminals.
Roger that. Make them stop singing!
Damn it.
B.
That's them. All aircraft, we just updated your threat matrix via data link. Take out those targets.
Don't miss. We don't want to hit the pretty ladies down there.
Missile.
Hurry!
Missile. Missile.
Strider 1, Fox 2. Nice. Target eliminated.
Missile. Missile.
Nice job! The enemy tanks are toast. I don't think I could even do anything with that scrap.
Why do they say that song?
Missile.
Everyone knows this. No other reason.
Confirmed destroyed.
Missile. Missile.
Gotcha, pal.
That takes care of them. No civilian casualties. Nice going. Do you hear the singing? intel. I heard it from an Erusian soldier that defected. The supply ships will be launched soon.
Yeah, that is valuable information.
That doesn't sound good.
But can it be trusted?
Not sure. Heard it from a man who said he wanted to atone for his sins. Up to you to trust him or not.
Understood. Good luck.
Releasing safety. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Launch. 1, 2, 3. The mass driver is accelerating.
The supply ships have been launched from the mass driver. If the supply ships make it to the arsenal bird, they'll be able to resupply it. They may be loaded with new weaponry that we don't even know about. We have no choice but to take down the supply ships before they can get within the Arsenal Bird's air defense network. You've got to hurry or you're not going to make it. 3 minutes to the enemy's air defense network.
Missile. Missile.
All aircraft, remain on high alert. We got bandits incoming on radar. You're gonna have to forget about them for now. Focus on destroying that supply ship first.
We're sitting ducks like this.
Let the supply ship get too far away, we'll never be able to catch it.
Which one first?
Don't try to follow after the supply ships. Stick close to Trigger. That sucker's hiding in the clouds. Trigger, don't let it get away.
All we need to do is slow them down.
Whistle away. That's a confirmed direct hit by the missile. Keep it up. Bring down those supply ships.
Did you see that explosion? Looks like that's one of them down.
Remember, there are 2 supply ships out there. Hurry up and shoot the other one down. The supply ships are too far away. We'll never catch them at this rate. We've recalculated the remaining time. 90 seconds to the enemy's air defense network.
Don't lose them!
Hope you're all enjoying the pretty fireworks. If this thing had any windows, we could have seen it for ourselves. Nice work, team.
We're gonna find ourselves a boat and leave this island. We'll be taking the refugees, along with any deserters from the Erusian military.
Who's the girl that ran at the tanks with the smoke canister? A few more crazies like her and life down there may have been a tad bit easier.
What do you think would have happened to those refugees if you hadn't intervened? The princess saw what happened. They were little kids.
That's why I like the sky. You don't have to see those types of things.
Does this mean we're that much closer to ending the war?
No, we just basically prevented it from going on forever.
Count's right. We have no choice but to return to our original base. Our base that is nearly out of food and fuel. We need to do something.
Good. Take a seat. Everyone's here. All right. Good work in sinking the supply ships. Not to mention saving the
やり直
refugees.
してなければ、8時間にあったかな絵文字。
Start celebrating. Even the commander here is starting to fray from the stress. Can't say I blame
ひとまず、お夕飯なのでおしまいにしますね。
is in a state of complete anarchy. This base isn't safe either. The faces you see around you are the only friends we've got. Take a good look.
長時間のご視聴、ありがとうございました。お疲れ様でした。